or monthly salary, such as a different names you want to be specified as column names. So at that situation, you may be encountered to write having class with the summation of the salary between 20,000 to and 20,000 and also 30,000. So whoever having the salary between the 20,000 and 30,000, it will be eventually get the all the results in this middle range. Okay, so 20,000 to 30,000. So in this range, we are going to be get all the results with sum of salary. So this is how we can filter out much better when compared to the where class what we had. So this eventually works out well with summation function also. Similarly, it will also works with the minimum function, which you're having the minimum salary, end up with something called as having group by department ID. So we can also learn some of the different joints we had little later in this course. So having is going to be very helpful when you are going to retrieve the salary information is minimum or salary information is a maximum. So at the time, you can eventually directly use the having class. So this basically help us to understand whoever having the group by results. So based on the results, we can retrieve easily while doing the where class. So we can also play around this. This is very straightforward. I can say you have to play around and some of the doubts you will encounter following in the description mentioned that will be very helpful. So let's also go to the other class what we had. So where class we have seen and also the having class we have seen. In and not. In is nothing but you want to make information that is present in the in or that is present in the table, you can say. We can use the in for that. We can use the in. That is a basic syntax for the in. So we can also see the basic syntax for the in this tutorial. So if you yeah, so I think uh, which will be present in just a second. Then basics tells about the information, how does it going to be helpful. So in this basically tells about whoever having the column names or any kind of the retrieve information that may be present in that value. So yeah, I think yeah, SQL in yes. Let me open a new tab. So the basic syntax for the in is this one expression in this the values are present or not. That's it. You have to be checked whether it is a true or false. The Boolean based operator I can say whether you are going to be get the information or not. So if you take consideration any kind of the examples like employee kind of the example such as different columns we had. So you can see here where job ID job ID in 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. So according to job IDs are 8, 9, 10, the present, so whoever having the 8, 9, 10 will going to get the results as per this SQL statement. So we're going to be get 8, 9, 10 results corresponding to the job ID we are going to be retrieve. Similarly, you can also use not in. So this is also one of the good operator. It is not present exactly. So not in means you don't want these values. You want all the remaining values. Okay, like you don't want 78 values. You don't want 78 values. You will get all the different results we had going to get different job IDs you have in the data sets. Similarly, you can also use by using whatever the not null or not null also. So that is also very works well while doing with these kind of operators. So in and not in between we also seen between the two salary digits we have just now seen and the null also we have seen yesterday where we also seen and or and we can see now and we can also going to see the exist one. So the value is existing or the not we can also check by using the exist. So let's jump on to the and or not and or yeah. So the and is very basic. If you are aware about the and or these are the very basic syntax to understand, and also the exist, right? So the exist is going to be very helpful in this case. Some of the cases we are going to be utilize these options, the operations is going to be very helpful. So and is very basic syntax, I would say. In the SQL, overall the SQL, we're going to be use the and to get retrieve the two different conditions you have to be encountered at the time we use and add. So we already know some of the truth tables. If you arrived at some of the information with respect to the and table, if it is going to be true, it will give it as the value of the true. If it is going to be true false, it's going to be give as a false. If it is going to be true, if you have information of the null, it will be show as a null information. If it is a false, if you have a true values, it's going to be give as a false value. So this table is very helpful whenever you read some of the table illustrated with respect to the and operator while comparing with the trues and false and nulls. So SQL and operator is very basic example called as the employees. Let's play around with this. You can see in the where class we just retrieving the information for job ID is equal to 9 and salary is greater than 5,000. So at the time I execute this query, select start from this table and where class having the two different conditions. One is the job ID, one is the job ID is equal to 9, and another one is the salary greater than 5,000. So what will happen eventually? You have two different conditions in this case. So you have to be stick with these two different conditions.